Hey y'all. Welcome back to Andy's Little Homestead. Behind me here, we've got the ugliest stock trailer that's ever existed, and today we're gonna convert it into a farm stand. I'm gonna show y'all a cheat code for rusty crap like this. And we're gonna set up everything in the front of our land in a way that looks so nice it'll attract the white women from miles around. Because as everyone knows, upper middle class white women are your target market. There's a fine line between crappy little white trash place that sells vegetables and cute little rustic farm stand. Today we're gonna toe that line, and we're gonna do it with very little money. So the first step, like it usually is, we're gonna start scraping. Or we will, as soon as I find where I put my scraper. It was right there, for anybody who was wondering. I need to get my life together. To be clear, this is not a full-blown restoration. I'm not going into all the details like I did with that fridge restoration last week because, well, you watched it last week. And if you didn't watch it last week, well, I hope that you'll find it in your heart to reject communism and go watch it. But all I'm doing here is knocking the loose crap off. So I started moving on to the inside, and it turns out we got a little wasp nest up here. I don't have any chemicals, but I do have a glove. Please be dead, please be dead, please be all dead. All right, I think we're good. So we actually got this trailer earlier in the year because my wife said, hey, we're getting pigs this weekend. And we realized on the way there that we didn't have a way to transport pigs. Literally bought it for $400 while we were on the way. Up until now, we've been using the open trailer as our farm stand. But I think this is gonna look a lot nicer. Plus, we'll be able to keep our vegetables covered. No one wants their zucchini to get rained on. And realistically, I could sell vegetables out of it kind of as is, but I'd have to sell tetanus shots too. And I feel like you gotta have a license for that kind of thing. All right, so basically we just got the loose paint scraped off. That's all we were going for. Next, we're gonna drag it to the quarter washer in town so we can take care of the pig crap smell on the inside. Sometimes your target market likes the idea of a rustic farm without the smells of a rustic farm. Fortunately, I'm able to get to this car wash without really doing much time in town because the trailer may or may not be registered to like 3 owners before me, and lights don't work, and it's not hooked up properly because my safety chains aren't there. It's fine, we'll make it. All right, she is immaculate now, and I am covered in pig chips and paint crap? Paint chips and pig crap. That's okay, we're doing better than last week, because last week it was lead paint and asbestos, which you would already know if you're not a communist. So now we're ready to tackle this rust. To do that, we're using one of my favorite chemicals, OSPHO. It's basically made out of phosphoric acid and magic. It converts iron oxide into iron phosphate, turns black and hard, and will stop that cancerous penetration that rust does. I'm saying a lot of things right now. It's real thin, runs like water. We're gonna fill up a spray bottle and hit all the surfaces. Or maybe we won't spray it on. Reasons that we wouldn't spray it on would be, not sure where I put my spray bottle. That's okay, you can brush it on too. So we're gonna do that. Don't mind my chemical resistant applicator cup. Remember, this is a very strong acid, so make sure you wear all the necessary protective equipment. Now keep in mind, this stuff is not a primer in the sense that it'll prepare the metal for paint. It really should be primed over top of first. It's not gonna help paint adhere any better, but what it is gonna do is get in there to all them little crevices where that rust wants to keep growing and stop it from happening. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. We used it when I was in the Coast Guard. It's a good product. Speaking of my time in the Coast Guard, you may wonder how it is that I'm able to hold a coffee cup for so long. Well, I got really good at holding both coffee cups and paint cups for a real long time. So if that's what you want to do, the Coast Guard is for you. There we go. Every rust spot has OSPO on it. From here, we're gonna have to let it dry. This, unfortunately, is one that you can't really fudge. You wanna give it at least an overnight, maybe 24 hours, depending on your weather. Should be good to paint tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that we don't have work to do right now. Visibility for your farm stand is very important, and unfortunately, we've got a whole bunch of crap back behind here that needs to get cleared out. Now here at Andy's little homestead, safety is the third most important thing that we do. So I'm gonna use a big old brush cutter and an axe, and I'll let the wild Billy have the machete so he can train to be a warlord someday. I don't care what your kid says. He may say that he wants some Minecraft something or other, or V-Bucks, or whatever the heck the kids are into these days. What he really wants is a machete. It's a parenting tip. In other news, the recoil doesn't want to go back on my weed eater there. Fortunately, the weed eater on the axe works just fine. So I don't know. I'll get the big stuff and then run the bush hog from there. All right, so we're on to day 2. We got a whole bunch of stuff cleared out up front. I still got to run the bush hog over it. As you can see, the OSPO is dry on here. It's got everything kind of darkened up. So basically, we're just going to do a quick spot prime over everything that's rust, and then we're going to paint it. Since y'all have seen me paint things before, there we go. She is white, like white. Not like can't dance white. I'm talking about like mixes fruit and pistachios, mayonnaise, and marshmallows together and calls it a salad white. I didn't take nothing off. I just went over everything with a mini roller and a brush where I couldn't get it in. Even did the wheels. I only did one coat on the interior, so a little bit of rust is showing through, but that's like accent rust, you know, it's intentional. Looks good. It's rustic. But none of that really matters. It's only got to look good from 20 feet away. Just, you know, close enough to stop, so we're on the right track. Oh, and I literally did it with barn paint. I got it on sale. It was only 40 bucks because I happen to know the manager at the farm store nearby, and he told me when it was going on sale. Bought 20 gallons. Knew it was gonna get used somewhere. But hell, oil base is oil base. It's white now. Now that finger snap though, that took the vast majority of the day. So we'll be back tomorrow with the detail work. You're gonna like it. Just kidding, I lied. I forgot about a thing I had to do. The whole point of what we're doing is trying to set up a nice, attractive farm stand that people want to stop at. And part of that is signage. Well, some of y'all may remember when I made this sign 2 years ago. What I don't remember mentioning is the fact that I had to move it back from the road because stupid government got involved. The problem with the sign before was that it was within 33 feet of the center of the right-of-way. I didn't measure, but we're gonna measure carefully this time. 3, 6, 9, 12, 7, 33. Now that looked a lot brighter and prettier when it was fresh cut lumber, but it's had some time to kind of age out, so I reckon we'll brighten it up a little bit. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's so rustic, I want to vomit a pumpkin all over the place. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Well, I was hoping to finish this up today, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I wanted to have some nice pretty stripes on there, some nice stenciled lettering all over everything, and a bounty of sweet corn just throwing up out of the back of it. But instead, we got rained on. And it got rained on before it was fully dry. Not really ideal. So unfortunately, we won't see the stand done just quite today. I can't control the weather. I've tried. Didn't work. But we do have a few little things I want to finish up. That looks much better. I like it. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. You know, I make fun of white women a lot, but that's just because secretly I am one. I really have a thing for stencils. It's unhealthy, really. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so now we got those out of the way. Whatever it is we happen to be selling, we'll just screw it up to the post. All right, so we finally got some dry weather. We're gonna finish this up with a little bit of freehand work. We'll see if I still got it. Well, that was quick. Screwed up already. Yeah, well, I mean, we can touch that up. It's fine. All right, y'all, today's lesson is use tape. Don't be a hero. All right, there we go. A little bit of little bit of detail on there, some on the lug nuts and stuff. Trimmed out that window. That's fine, just a little something to make it pop. So now we're gonna take another risk. I'm gonna try and do some hand lettering. Never done hand lettering before, but you know, worst that happens is I gotta paint over it. It's a Midwestern produce stand, so you gotta write OPE on the door. All right, y'all, I think the gamble paid off. That looks halfway decent. Like, not good, but just the right amount of not good to bring them in. I'm happy with that, y'all. All right, y'all, this has gone on long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything up front and get this all set up and then show you what it finally looks like. I'm happy with this one. All right, y'all, our dinky little produce stand is open and we have a bounty. I mean, like 18 corns in there. That's okay, that's just the first round of what we picked. The other variety we got, the peaches and cream, will be out in a couple weeks and we got a lot more of that. And I have to give credit to my wife. She made this beautiful sign for it. When it was raining, I suggested that we go to Hobby Lobby. I knew she'd jump all over it. She did. And for now, we got it set up with the honor box. We hadn't really had an issue with people stealing from me, so if you're thinking about it, just know I'm good with cameras. Just leaving it there. But y'all, I'm super happy with it. I know there's really nothing special to it, but it was nice because we were able to take something that was in crappy shape and looked like it and was really cheap and turn it into something that's attractive that'll, you know, hopefully draw people in to buy a little bit of produce. Ain't nobody ever gonna get rich off of this kind of thing, but if you can plan it correctly and, you know, give people a reason to stop it or at least be interested to know that it's there, it's a start. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I even parked the green tractor up at the front here too because old tractors look nice. It's good advertising. One of the bigger problems with trying to start a farm is that you end up with things that you only need to use here and there, but when you need it, you need exactly it. Like a stock trailer, for example. But the flip side of that is that I can dump everything out for half a day and go do what I need to do with it and then set it right back up. So it's doing more than one thing at a time. And no, there's certainly not much in it, but by the time we got pumpkins rolling through, they're gonna be spilling out of there all over the yard. That's a good problem to have. Unfortunately, I'm still in this weird spot where, you know, I'm a little famous on the internet, so I can't exactly give away my location, but a lot of people around where I am know where I am. So if you happen to know, stop by, grab you some corn, maybe a pumpkin in a few weeks. You'll be glad you did. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed and I hope you learned something. I love you. God bless. Y'all think I'm joking? Get him a machete. Just do it, okay? Look, it's not gonna stay sharp for long, okay? He's gonna bang it into the dirt like 16 times as soon as he gets it. It's gonna dull up. He ain't gonna be able to really hurt himself with it, and it's so much fun. Sometimes I feel like we're missing the mark here. We need to raise these kids like it's 1950 again, okay? Just boot them out of the house. Kick them out, go on, get. Go cut down a tree.